Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and More Hearts of Iron for Old World Blues, playing as the Tlalocan. We only have 40% of our available memory left, so we're more than halfway dead. But we've made some pretty serious progress in working toward our last will and testament. At which point, I'm kind of hoping that we die preemptively so I can get my stability back. And then maybe bypass the Civil War, but I don't know which to expect. Regardless, we're going to end up going for the Warmonger because I want to reunite all of Mexico under my heel. And then maybe take on the Kaiser, because that sounds like fun. I'd like to use an army of robots marching across the deserts through Mexico and Arizona to go fight the Kaiser's Legion. It just sounds like fun, you know? It's like the Trade Federation with all their droids in Star Wars. Although we like to pretend that those movies never existed, because any of the movies with the Trade Federation kind of sucked. But that is beside the point. It's actually exactly the point. I just like ripping on Star Wars nowadays. I'm not a fan anymore. I like some of the games and stuff, but I have not been particularly pleased with what they've been doing lately. Anyway, making good progress on things like the public projects for a bit of extra factory output, so we produce a lot more robots. More recruitable population is certainly nice. More efficiency, retention, and base is always nice, as well as we continue to transfer around to better technology. Public projects done. I guess we can go a little early into the backyard workshops, which is even better. So sure, let's just go jump right into the next year. Logistics is done. Again, I think we go back to industry. We could go for the production efficiency cap and growth, which seems pretty important to me. Just need as much infantry as we can. We have a pretty good number of factories still working on military factories. How much more do I really need in terms of military factories? We're actually kind of maxed out on our plane production. Let's go ahead and work on some close air support production next, because I'd like to have even a few of those. We may not have a lot of planes, but even a few planes against an opponent who has no planes is going to make a big difference. I really hope, by the way, that when we eventually flip to a new tag or have a new leader, that we don't reset all of my political stuff like it did in Red World. That would make me so very, very sad. But now we're going to have the combat routines for our robots, which should make all of them a little bit better. Could work on radar stations. Not sure I want that right now. Reinforced rate doesn't seem too important. Let's go for... Interesting, this construction tech is way ahead of time. Yeah, this stuff's a little bit off. Okay. I guess we'll go for the infrastructure, construction speed, and the extra population growth. The NCR Rangers, the Desert Rangers, have officially converted to the NCR. Okay, so they've chosen their side. That's interesting. The Kaiser is pushing down south. So they're pushing a little bit closer to Mexico. They're officially entering what I would consider to be Mexican territory. I don't think Tlaloc is going to be very happy about that. Fun thing, by the way, at least in some of the mods, I don't know about now, but at least in some of the mods, it used to be that Tlaloc was like a secret thing you could find in, let's say, the Enclave Reborn. And you could use it to drop nukes on people. I think I've heard that that's actually the case still in this. Like if, let's say the Kaiser attacked the... Las Granjas, who I'm protecting, or something like that, we could, like, just drop nukes on them immediately. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true, but it is what I've heard. We're seeking the support of the luchadores. I do appear to be liked by quite a few people, which is weird. I'm not accustomed to this. I'm not accustomed to being liked. Generally, I'm reviled everywhere I go, both in-game and out of game, but, you know, whatever. We could go for the chems for the extra... trickle back and XP loss. It's a lot of organization lost, though. Still, it preserves a bit of manpower. I don't know. Let's focus still on probably upgrading the existing divisions I've got. Let's grab logistics for now for supply usage. Just make them better. And as we get a little bit more, we might toss in the chems and the recon. Combat simulations is done. Awesome. That should make the entire army more effective. So now do we want to go for Wasteland or Direct? Wasteland gives me more production and factory output, so more factories, more robots. Organization from the entire army? Okay. The entire army has hardness and armor, and robots have better recovery, hardness, supply usage, and armor. Okay, that seems pretty good. Direct control reduces the defense of my robots, but makes them better at attacking. Human commanders reduces their defense even further, but makes them better at attacking. But the rest of the army gains defense and loses breakthrough. So what this does, it looks like, is really ensure you have to go for some infantry to hold the line, but robots push the line like tanks. Considering that's what I'm already probably going to do, this doesn't feel like a bad option. I mean, I like the idea of giving everyone more organization, and I like the idea of making my robots just use up less supply and be tougher, but I'm not looking to be defensive, I'm looking to be offensive. So we're going to go for direct control, I think. What that means, though, is I do need to make sure we are training up enough infantry to back up the lines that we are building for our robots to push, right? We need to fill those gaps. So that's going to be very important for me. Logistics-wise, we appear to have used up all of our infantry equipment. That's fine. Using up a lot of support equipment. That's fine. Don't really care. We're almost done with supporting the luchadores. Then we can work on enemies of the Aztlan and the only democracy in Mexico with the Republic of the Rio Grande. Oh, this takes a long time if not a lot happening. I'll admit this is proving to be a slightly more boring section. We almost have the support we need to get a 50% with the elites. Like, that's got to be pretty good. Right? So if I did, like, one more employee fitness training, that would probably be enough to get me the rest of the way. Reconnaissance is done. Okay. Let's work on... I'm not using the chem companies at the moment. Can we upgrade my robots? Yes, more soft and hard attack sounds pretty good. It's only like 2 or 4%, respectively, but, I mean, still feels pretty good. I think we might be able to get here on our own to 50%. So let's save the political power in case I find myself immediately going to war. And we want to have things like the, well, the infantry attack and defense is okay, but not a huge deal. Division organization recovery sounds pretty helpful to me. Alright, so the luchadores is done. Let's go for the enemies of Aslan the Lion. I don't know. Chichen Itza is going to like me. Now, see, it's interesting. Defense of Aztlan, we would think would go to Nueva Aztlan over here, but it does not. It goes to Chichen Itza. So it's kind of like I'm choosing my side as to who should win. That's interesting. Coffee barges. Yep, these guys just exclusively exist to sell coffee. You know, I would think in a post-apocalyptic world, coffee is like the new currency or something. That would make sense to me. All right, let's go ahead and grab some resource gain efficiency as well as some more energy, because if we're going to focus so heavily on robots, I want to make sure that we never have energy cell issues. We have pretty good storage at the moment. Right now, we don't know what our consumption is because we're not moving. But once I actually start fighting, we'll get some sense of how long we can go. And if we ever run out of energy cells, I mean, it means that I can't sustain my war effort. So it's absolutely critical that we never, ever, ever run out. So that's why I'm going to think that that's kind of important for us to work on. Backyard workshops is done. Standardized tools is done. Okay. Energy cell capacity, still good. More production efficiency, growth, and cap, still good. How are we doing in terms of construction? We're finishing up the last of those military factories right now. We are going to be done producing 5 lines of triplanes. So actually that works out pretty nicely. We do need to trade for a little bit more scrap metal, so we'll do that. That means we should be able to produce pretty much everything to max capacity here. Yeah, we're actually not able to deploy these guys right now, I don't think. We've got a good number of support robots. We're finishing the reinforcement of basic weaponry, so this is good. And yeah, having some fighters on hand is going to make a big difference. I think that we're on track here. We're on track for some good fun. You guys, I think we do also give recon. It's better for defense. It gives you better tactics. Chichen Itza declares war on somebody. Okay. So that's going to cost me more of my support equipment and infantry equipment. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to rebuild this. We probably do want to get more support equipment. So let's focus on, let's say, a few more factories in these areas once we're done with some of the infrastructure, which, again, is building pretty quickly, and that translates into a lot of extra resources that I can either export from more civilian factories, or at least I don't have to trade quite as much. This is, by the way, where, if we had that mod installed, that changes up the economy so that stockpiles of resources actually give you some bonuses, I can see the case for building up tons of infrastructure and just getting lots and lots and lots of resources, and maybe never even exporting it. Which, I guess, in a way, kind of breaks how things are supposed to work, but I don't know, maybe? What I need here is a leader who's good with robots. That's what I need. I don't think we're going to get that at the moment, though. That's fine. It's fine. I don't care. It's fine. Resource production. Sweet. So that improves things a little bit. That's ahead of time, so we're not going to worry about it. Laser weapons ahead of time, not going to worry about it. We don't care about special forces at the moment. Robots, we can work on the reliability, so let's improve them even further. The less of them break down, the less I have to build, and that's always a good sign. How are we doing in terms of those resources? Yeah, that resource gain efficiency didn't make a huge difference. Not in the beginning, anyway. That's fine, though. We're very close to the last will and testament. Come on, Tlaloc, don't worry. We'll let you lay down to rest pretty soon, I promise. Divisions, attack, organization, defense. Funnily enough, defense with the organization is not the worst thing in the world. Aerial focus, air experience, and air accidents. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So modifying foundries to be better is okay. Conversion speed bonus doesn't make a huge difference, but lots more energy cells. Holy crud. Yeah, that's the way to go if you want that. That's all ahead of time. Soft attack, however, is not. So again, I'm just going to keep working on the robots because I don't know if we're about to have a civil war. So the better our robots are, the more likely we're going to win said civil war. Not looking to train anything else up at the moment because I think we're kind of full up. We also have a lot more infantry equipment needed for upgrading all of our current units. So let's not worry about that. We are sitting at 51% control right now, which feels pretty solid. Organization recovery rate is pretty solid. I do like the idea of going for an organization subroutine. I feel like this has to apply to robots, though. Max speed and reliability plus armor technology research time. This feels like it has to apply, right? It says that it's for robotics, not tanks specifically. People are probably yelling at me. I told you in the comment section a while ago. Why do you sound like Fat Albert? Whatever, the point is, people are probably saying that, but because I have to do batches, and I also am notoriously bad at reading comments when I'm working a full-time job, and I just don't know. I don't know what's actually better here. So we could go for aerial warfare with the extra fighter detection, and that seems pretty helpful. Still no special buffs for me? No. I don't know. I don't know. What do I want? Fighter detection's probably okay to control the skies. All these naval modules don't really matter to me. This stuff's all very far ahead of time, so we're not going to worry about it. I'm going to go for the multi-purpose equipment, and we can start making sure we have lots more energy cells. Daily gain right now is 993. It does say what our maximum consumption is, right? For our army, the current maximum consumption is 460 per day if we were fighting at all times. So as things stand right now, we have plenty of energy. However, I plan on continuing to ramp things up and get more and more and more. So we're not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to go ahead and do one more employee fitness training because we're about to get 50 more with the last will and testament, which means we should be able to hire a new military staff. But on the off chance it matters, I want to have as much support going on as possible. We now actually do have a clear majority of support in the country from Moctezuma. So, I mean, pretty soon, right? Like, the Civil War is going to begin, but with 50% control, I'd like to think that we've got a clear, obvious advantage going into it. Now, do I want to start improving for our heavy robots? Maybe. Multi-purpose equipment was pretty quick, actually. That didn't take long at all. Let's go ahead and start working on aerial warfare doctrine. I want to make sure we are better at that. I'm not using specialized at the moment. We could, though. We aren't using power armor at the moment. Ghouls. I'm not using ghouls either. Am I ever going to be able to get power armor? Because I'd love to have power armor. Power armor's, like, really good. I'm going to go ahead of time on complicated circuitry for a little bit of an extra research boost, since I don't have a clear deciding factor what else I should work on right now. War Games is about to be done. Thank you. Let's go back to the doctrines and work on human commanders. Again, reducing the defense of my robots, but making them better at attacking in general. And the rest of the army has better defense, which means they fulfill their job more effectively than they were before. So 216 defense now on our infantry, whereas our robots, not particularly defensive, but they are getting better soft and hard attack, which I have to think is pretty good. I can't add fire teams anything because I haven't been building any sort of production for that. So at the moment, that's not an option. Finishing up the last little bit here of our infrastructure. Trade-wise, we actually are looking slightly better. I'm going to go ahead and pull back and save myself a civilian factory so I can build everything else faster as well. New Reno declares war on the Yakuza territories. New Reno, fun nation to play. Before the Enclave Reborn mod was introduced, that was the only way to create the Enclave. Kaisar's Legion ate some more territory. They are now bordering nicely against the NCR. Hopefully they fight each other and we have a chance to pounce with Moctezuma. A man can dream. We're at 24% available memory. We are almost dead. What is that? Just got a memory of an old movie. I think it had Steve Martin in it. It's like Dracula, Dead and Loving It or something. And there's like a... It was kind of a semi-slapstick and also occasionally inappropriate Dracula movie. But it was meant to be more funny than anything else. But I seem to remember there's a scene where a guy is having to stab a vampire while she's in her coffin. Like his former, I don't know, sister-in-law or maybe his fiance's sister or something like that before she turned into a vampire. And she's like splurting blood everywhere as he keeps hitting. And Van Helsing's in the background like, keep stabbing her. She's almost dead. It's like, she's dead enough. That was funny. Last Will and Testament. I, Tlaloc, a proprietary technology of ChicoNet and PetroChico Incorporated, of sound memory and mainframe at 23% capacity, so most semi-sound, questionable, I guess, in court, hereby disclose these final divestments to the worthy shareholders of Mexico. Though my time is now short, I can rest my processors, missing an S, I think, in the knowledge that the legacy of democracy and prosperity, not democracy, will live in Mexico, and that my sons may carry on this legacy in the way that they choose fit. PetroChico thanks you for your continued patronage and hopes that you will choose other ChicoNet products from their top-of-the-line catalog in the future. Construction speed and factory output go up. I love you all. Last Will and Testament. We're not dead. Dang it. All right, well, knowing that we are not dead, what else can we focus on that would make us better? To be honest, I think resources. We're not getting any more democracy support, but there we go. Let's go ahead and grab the organization focus. No, wait. I want the mobile tank designer. Screw it. Let's just do it. I think it applies, dang it. I think it does. And I want better robots. So once again, though, it looks like it did not peacefully transition a dang thing, which makes me think, possibly, that we are going to have to fight a civil war, which I don't really like. I'm not going to see any... I don't see any reason to do the prodigal son. We gain nothing from this, except maybe... I don't want to make them more defensive either. Maybe we can make Santa Ana have infrastructure, which I can later profit off of when I conquer him. I don't know, but that doesn't seem that unhelpful to me. Reconciliation, improve the opinion of a lot of people. I don't want to do this. Manpower could be helpful. Flamethrower add-ons, yes please. Robots torching everybody, it's perfect. Let's go for some extra breakthrough value on said robots. We aren't ahead of time. Oh, we actually can do this. Okay. Well, yeah, let's go for some more maintenance. Again, just preserving my robots since they take the longest to build. I guess it's not a bad idea to go ahead and do PetroChico Air. It's better for research time, and it just makes our fighters better. Let's just do it. All right, free civilian factories. What do I want to do now? I'm thinking more civilian factories. And then some more infrastructure in a few areas so that I'll be able to fight effectively against my neighbors. Sure, that should be all right. I don't know which side Moctezuma spawns in. Is it the top right? Is it central? Who knows? I don't even know for sure if having more support in the elites is actually going to have an effect. Although it looks like it's going up a lot. The fact that the ruler is dead New Vegas joins the NCR, really. Yeah, the elites are gaining in popularity extremely quickly for some reason, which is awesome. All right, once again, we need to trade for a bit more scrap metal. That's fine. Just got to burn out the clock, then, on the available memories. Anything I can do to speed this along a little bit? Because it's kind of taking a long dang time. It looks like I'm not allowed to add any more units. We have capped out the amount of manpower we are allowed to have on the field. So there's really nothing gained just by sitting here with these guys for right now. We'll need more infantry equipment, so I should, you know, continue building more military factories for that. Which I will do. Continue building those civilian factories so I can continue building faster. We could do another employee fitness training session. But I think I want to save the political power. We can spend some experience going for more benefits. Maintenance doesn't do me a lot of good. Chems, maybe? Considering how precious manpower is, this could be useful. Alternatively, though, I think we should go ahead and start improving this. Let's go ahead and start working on those heavy robots. I'd like to be able to train those eventually. All right, so we got that done. Base stability goes up. Consumer goods goes up. I don't care about people support, though. Feeding the people, I don't want to do. I don't want to do that. So that's it there. Manpower is okay. Improving the opinion of everybody might be good. And we might be able to make Las Granjas better. Let's give them a gift of weapons. Maybe they can defend against the Republic of the Rio Grande, and in some way we can call them in to help. I don't know if there's literally any point. I don't know. Maybe? Still can't justify a war goal, right? Nope. Anna's depression. I don't like the idea of a depressed, rogue, crazy AI who believes he's actually Santa Anna with the symbol of a nuclear bomb. That makes me highly uncomfortable. Interception mission efficiency. Sure. I'm going hard on trying to get a good air doctrine. I'm really committing to this. Dang it. And in the meantime, we're just building up a good stockpile of a bunch of different types of robots and other equipment so that when we inevitably do fight people, we have the equipment to sustain the war effort. But yeah, all we're doing is just sort of sitting back and waiting right now. I'm sorry if that's boring for people. This is just how the mod is programmed. I'm doing the best I can. I could skip forward. Like, that's the thing. If nothing else is going to happen for a bit, like, I could do that. You'd miss out on, like, what my build order is as far as research, but maybe you don't care. Still had time on all of that. Go ahead and make our close air support slightly better. That would actually unlock new types of planes, I think, which would be good. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I think we just continue playing, and I just try to waffle on. Hopefully, you guys don't click away, because that would hurt my YouTube analytics, as they're all like, you had very low retention for this video because people left at exactly the 23.5 minute mark. And then I would know. I will know. You guys abandoned me in my time of needs. That would happen. How you guys doing? You okay? This is me waffling. It's trying to make small talk with the person who can't talk back. It's not great, is it? I'm bad at this. I'm not good at small talk in general. I'm an antisocial person. I'm truly the engineer. I am the quintessential engineer who prefers to stick to myself and thinks that everyone else is like an idiot who doesn't do things right, and it bothers me. And so on and so forth. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't admit that, but there you go. Let me go ahead and pull these troops off and go specifically here against Santa Anna, because I think that if we have the opportunity to go to war, I'm going to want to kill Santa Anna first, because I saw that nuclear bomb and it scared me, and I don't want them to have it. I don't like the idea of them having the nukage, okay? The nukes are from me. Mine. Cooling systems. Done. Gift of weapons. Done. Gift of resources to the Picos colony. Let's improve the relations of everyone else around me. That can't hurt. Sentry bots. Ooh, you can upgrade those. So a lot of different things we'll be able to upgrade for our robots pretty soon. I don't need specialized warfare. I don't necessarily care about bombers. I mean, bombers are okay. Like, bombers are supposedly the meta, but, like, I don't know it. Enables sales, 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 and sales. Wow, do you think it enables sales? I think it does. Better ships. Better naval invasions that I'm not going to use. Let's go ahead and research radar and stuff. I'd like to be able to place that to ensure that we get the air advantage. We're only a few days away from getting human commanders. Again, reducing the defense of my robots, making them better at everything else. Which I think is a fair trade. So we're going to go down to, what, 50? We should see our soft attack go up to like 185 or 190 or something like that. Assuming my math is right, but honestly, who knows? It's paradox math. Paradox math is always confusing. Which one's base rate? Which is like a flat increase, and which is going to be a modifier to said base rate, and which is cumulative, and which is additive, and which is blah, 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 blah. You never know. Okay, 181, and defense goes down to 60. Wait, did defense go up? I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Wasn't our defense at like 58? I know the defense for like all of our armies went up by 10%, but they should have dropped by 10% for the robots, but it doesn't seem to have mattered. Okay. The Republic of Rio Grande just declared war on Santa Ana. I'm not sure I feel good about that. At all, actually. I wanted to kill Santa Ana, but I can't because we're not dead. Anyway, I can speed up the decay rate. Someone go and start pouring Mountain Dew all over the servers, okay? Or Nuka-Cola, or whatever the frickin' soda is that's in Fallout. I don't know. Never played Fallout, really. I mean, it's not to say that I've never touched it before, but, like, I've never played through a game of Fallout all the way. Never done it. I should. It is still the #1 requested thing for me to do, but I have not. All right, 20 combat width has been achieved. 46 organization. Better stats than I have currently, so these heavy robots are pretty good. Santa Ana, nuke him. Don't actually do, just hold out. Hey, look, we have ships. What do you know? I don't have anybody, though. Let's get a new commander. That is not a robot. That looks terrifying. Who the heck are you? Oh, gosh. Okay, well, that person's my admiral now. For all 5 ships. That's creepy. Yeah, don't die, Santa Ana. Hold them off on these straits. You can do it. I believe in you. Until I can sneak attack you, and then I win. Pico's colony has joined a thing. Oh, okay. The Rio Pact exists now. Oh, wow. Okay, all of these guys have formed a pact. So they're all probably fighting together, and that's one of the reasons they're able to do this. Got it. That must be pretty good defense for them, at least against the Kaiser, right? I wonder how much this changes how Kaiser works, because the Kaiser used to be able to push pretty well down to the south uncontested. Really no issues. I guess I'll just take 5,000 more manpower. I mean, that's a pretty hefty amount of manpower considering, and it doesn't change the popularity of the parties at all, so I think that's good. Okay, it looks like Santa Ana was able to push them back, so as long as they hold these straits, they might be okay until such a time that I'm able to sweep in and kill them instead. I'm going to get a front line here. We're going to split off the robots and attach some there. And then we're going to take you... Wait. No, I messed that up. Take these robots. Sorry. Purple, thank you. Offensive line specifically is to push up this away. And let them deal with the straight while we just come in and cut them off while they're not able to fight against me. Hopefully we are able to die fast enough to fight Santa Ana and conquer our favorite son. Airbase raids are dead, okay? Organization, yes. What do we want? Strategic bombing? No. Ground attack? Maybe. Air superiority? Yes. You can't really do the ground attack unless you have the air superiority, so I just always prioritize it. I always think that it's better. Like, there's just no point in having close air support and bombing if you can't hold the skies with better fighters. So anything that makes those fighters hold on to the region not only protects you from their bombing efforts and gives you a bonus to your attack just by having the air superiority, but it means you can actually use the freaking close air support. I've always thought that's the way to go. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. Hey, look, we got a whole load of scrap. Okay, we don't need this much. Let's pull back. Cool. The resource extraction and all the extra infrastructure is finally starting to pay off a little bit. That's going to save me a fair bit. We are actually now working on a third line of civilian factories. I'm so proud of you. No, like legit, I'm proud. Good job. Lightweight metals. Okay, we can work on some upgrades to our fighters, and we should. Okay, monoplanes it is. I'm kind of nice. It's kind of nice to start with 5. Whoa, what the heck is this? Kind of nice to start with 5. 5 research slots. Brain, having trouble there. Asset protection protocols. If we are at war with various different people, they get an event called the Wrath of a God. I wonder if this is the nukage. If they attacked me, I'd be able to start dropping nukes on all of them. Wouldn't that be interesting? Huh. Or maybe any of the people that I am defending is at war with these folks? And then I'd be able to drop nukes. That would be interesting. If I could, like, offer guarantees. It's a little late, but... Huh. Fascinating. Well, anyway. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the notify bell. Please make sure that you do that. It really does make a big difference. Set it to all notifications. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.